Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. It is your friend Bearded Dolphin, aka Sick Boy, aka Never Posts on YouTube Boy, with two videos today. And unfortunately, this is not the most fun video I've made, but I wanted to talk about the Vorn changes. So, I'm sure many of you have heard about it. Blunt Guts posted a really good video on it earlier. I think he said it perfectly from the standpoint of like, what are the devs doing? But I just wanted to make this video to give my thoughts on it and also maybe clear up some like odd comments I've seen defending it. Anyways, let's get into it. All right, guys, so if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Vorn really quick and I'll just tell you. So the biggest reason that people are going for Vorn is not because he's like an incredible damage dealer on his own. People are going for him for this shield break ability, right? The reason he was so hyped is because this shield break ability is like what makes the comps, the new SO comps work. Basically, as you can see, it increases his damage dealt to shielded targets by 50%, and it applies this shield break to 2 allied fighter units in range. So let's talk about what changed. So first of all, before he was released, so throughout all the testing and everything that people have done, the shield break would apply to 2 units in range. So it did not specify fighters before. So that is a change. And I've seen some people saying like, it's not a big deal. I've even seen people claiming that it's a buff. So I'm gonna clear up a couple things and explain why. There's like, maybe I'm crazy, tell me if I'm crazy, but I cannot see any reason why anyone would think this is a buff. So first, let's talk about why are people saying, or what's the reasoning that I've seen people say this is a buff. So the reasoning is that the comps with like these SO comps rely on having really strong Kagiri and Wukong. I mean, let's be real, any comp for Abyss is going to rely on an extremely strong Kagiri and Wukong. And so it guarantees that the shield break goes to them. Great, right? Well, before the change, your Kagiri and your Wukong are already going to have the highest attack on the battlefield, so it would have went to them anyways. I've seen some people saying like, oh, well, this is good because now it can't go to healers and stuff. Guys, if your healers have the highest attack on the battlefield, you are doing something extremely wrong. There is never a reason that I can think of where this should ever go to a healer. So that's not a relevant point. It would have gone to Kagiri and Wukong before, and then after the change, it is still going to Kagiri and Wukong. So with that said, just to clarify, it's not a buff, obviously, but it's also not like a massive nerf. Okay, because again, it's going to the same units regardless. This is where it does become a nerf though. When you look at his A1, now he applies shield break to 3 units. So in the most popular comp with like Ingrid as a watcher team, and then Kagiri Wukong, and then the poison trio and all that, now it's like basically guaranteed to go to Numera, which Numera is really good, but you know, what if I wanted it to go to like Ingrid or something like that? Now I don't have that option. So the change literally only limits Vorn. And now if we go to his A3, look at this. The number of targets affected by Awakened 1 increases by 1. So now he applies shield break to 4 units. I don't know about you guys, and maybe it just doesn't exist yet and it will, but there is literally no comp that has 4 DPS fighters for Abyss. There isn't. So like it makes this A3 kind of useless. I don't know. Am I crazy? Am I thinking about that wrong? Obviously, you can make the argument of like, okay, well, Vorn isn't only for Abyss. Like you can use him in other areas. Yeah, sure, that's fair. But like he was really hyped up to be this amazing Abyss unit, and I still think he is. But I just wanted to clarify and say that this change is in no way a buff. If anything, it's a nerf because it just limits him, right? There's no need to make that specification. For most people that have him just the base copy, it's not really going to make a difference for you, or it shouldn't. But for people that summoned for Awakenings because they wanted this shield break to apply to other units, it's a nerf for those people. And so anyways, long story short, it's 100% not a buff. If anything, it's a nerf, but it's not like as big of a nerf maybe as some people are thinking it is, unless you have them awakened. But either way, I think the point stands that it was certainly like a weird bait and switch. I don't really understand why they waited for him to be released and people are already summoning to make the change. Like that doesn't make sense to me. This change should have been done like prior to release so that people could have, you know, made a decision. I think most people would have still pulled for him, but still, it's like, it's just annoying. And it kind of, this is just a pattern, right? I mentioned in the first video I dropped today that there's been things in the game that have bothered me. This is like a great example. These types of things, it's just the principle of it. They're kind of annoying. So anyways, that's my take. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I don't think the change is really gonna drastically affect most people, but it kind of is annoying to nerf his Awakenings. That's how I see it. But until next time, I'll see you guys.